Hello, good evening. This is Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio.
And this is Tanika Gillar. I am naturally yours. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. I have had a long day, but y'all know Wednesdays are my long days, so it's all good. It's all good. How was your day, T?
A busy day. I am, as you saw on Mother's Day and last week, I'm looking for a place to open out here in Delaware. So I've been working on the back end stuff, like following my application and stuff like that for reciprocity and stuff like that. So I've been on the computer most of the day today.
Okay,
But
all right.
it's been a good day overall. You know me, I'm not
Overall,
savvy, so it took me a while to
it's
get through some of the
productive
stuff.
day, productive day.
Productive day.
Okay, that's all that matters as long as your day is productive. And with that being said, I had a
Yes.
long day because I had to get up early this morning to work out with this chick named Libra Hicks, 5 o'clock a.m. session. So, my daughter Rain, for those of you who don't know, she was up at 4:15. So I'm like, I might as well just get up, get myself prepared, get her ready, and get ready for my workout at 5 o'clock. So Libra Hicks is wonderful. I love working out with her. She's a special needs mom. She's an advocate. She's an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist. She's a fashion designer. She does a lot of things, and I don't know where she gets the energy to do it all. She has an organization called Our Children's Story. I followed this woman for some years before I even became friends with her on Facebook. I followed her on Facebook for years, just her story and her journey. So, and I think she followed me, but I'm not sure. But, I think the connectivity was being a special needs parent and all the issues that we face and just seeing what her organization does and then watching her transition from a plus size to a zero size. So, Libra Hicks is here. She believes in, I'm gonna let her tell the story, special needs parents being fit and focused because we have to care for our kids, but it's not just special needs, it's all parents, all mothers, because we need this extra energy. We need to be healthy for ourselves before we could be healthy for someone else. So team, bring her on, Miss Libra Hicks.
Wow, I did not know that you were following Libra for so long. And
Yeah.
I'm just amazed by all that she does. And I met her through you. So
Yeah,
let's
I
bring
don't know
on
how she
Libra
does
Hicks.
it. Yeah,
She
I don't
is
know.
bomb.com. She is everywhere. So here we go, Miss Libra Hicks. How are you? You're on mute. You're on mute.
She sees it. She's
There she
coming.
goes. Well, welcome, Miss Libra Hicks.
Hi, how are you, ladies?
We
Good.
are wonderful. How are
Is your
you?
volume up?
Tired. I'm ready to be.
I can
Is
hear
your
her.
volume up?
Hold on. You can't hear me? Hold on.
There you go.
Yeah, can you hear that better?
I can hear her. It must be you. I can hear her.
Okay.
Hold on. What about now? Is that a little bit better?
Better.
Okay, cool. No, I'm tired, girl. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the world, child. I'm tired. But I'm great. I'm fabulous. No complaints.
Okay, no problem.
Introduce yourself. Tell us about you.
Okay, so I'm Libra Hicks, founder, president of Our Children's Story. I'm also CEO of J'adore Awareness Apparel, which is after my youngest baby, and Fit Mom Fitness Situation, which is my whole situation, health and wellness, fitness, all things to get your thing together, because I'm going to wash my mouth tonight, right? So all things to get your thing together. I am a mama who just saw a deficit and decided to fill that deficit. But I had to travel some real crazy journeys to get here. So it has not been, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, y'all. Let me just be clear there. Okay, this is God. This ain't me. This is God, right? Me, I'm supposed to be dropping it, popping it on stage, singing with a microphone somewhere. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
That was me. But God said, girl,
You have to slow you down.
Go do something else, girl, because I was out there, girl. I was dropping and popping all that stuff.
Yeah, to slow you down. So you said J'adore brand awareness. Okay.
J'adore Awareness Apparel.
Okay, J'adore Awareness Apparel. So you have 3 businesses, right? And why do you have, because I did the same thing, why did you name each business after your children and then one for yourself?
Got you. So our children's story, that's my oldest. That's his situation. That's how this entire thing that I do exists. It started with Anthony. It started with our children's story. It started with me being just like every other mom out there looking for the next resource, the next answer, the next quote unquote fix. And that's how that morphed. Our children's story was really his story. It's our children. It's his story. He's telling it. I'm walking it for him. So that's where that came from. J'adore Awareness Apparel. J'adore is my youngest son's middle name. J'adore means I adore you. I love you in French. His first name is Lyric. Lyric is because I love music. So his name means Lyric. I love you, Lyric. I adore you. So J'adore Apparel. I adore you. I love you. So that's where that came from. And Fit Mom, because I'm a mama and I'm fit and I'm fine. And I was like, look, it's got to be look. So that's where Fit Mom came from.
So why do you have so many businesses going on? Do you have a reason or a purpose?
I do. So our children's story, the specific goal of that was to meet the needs of families that were lacking. A lot of times we are focusing on the children. We're focused on the person that we're caring for, but we very rarely focus on the parent. We very rarely focus on what the adult caregiver guardian needs in order for their journey in loving and caring for this individual is successful. And so that was my goal. I said, okay, well, I'm out here researching. I'm always giving the information. Let me see what I can do with it. I didn't have an intent on starting a 501c3. It was kind of like, when I was doing support groups at the library, it was no rhyme or reason. It was just moms getting together to exchange information. However, a lady at the library that worked there was like, you're on to something. I don't really see this. You should look into doing a nonprofit. And I started to research what a nonprofit was. Started to go to some events, free events to learn about, nonprofit, what that looks like. And that's how our children's story was born. But we initially, it wasn't in my plan to do that. It was because I relate. I am her. I am that mom who can't get information or don't know how to apply. I was her. And I said, well, if it's me, there's others. And when I met the others, I said, oh, they don't have the drive that I have to research and to keep plugging until I get what I need for my son. You're tired, you're depleted, and everybody just doesn't have the capacity. And I saw that and said that now that's not it. We can't do that. That's no way to live. So somebody got to do something somewhere, and I'm in it. I got a child with these issues. So here we are. With J'adore, I said, well, what can I do with my sons? And it involved Lyric. Everything is Moo. Everything is my oldest. Everything is Anthony driven. But now I have him and I don't want him left out. But what do him and I have that could work? Because I'm a girl, he's a boy. What do we have in common? I'm like, well, hell, I like clothes. I like fashion. I love sneakers because I stay shopping for him. Let me go make some shoes. Boom, here we go. So there was J'adore. That's how the sneakers came about. I buy sneakers for my boys all the time. They have all kinds of shoes. And I said, well, how do I bring more awareness and inclusion to them? How do I change the stigma of when you see children or adults with special needs, they're funky looking or they're not put together. They're stylish. So I said, well, let's do it. Let's show them how we rock over here.
Right.
And the fitness is because I have to lift my son. I have to lift him every day. I don't have a Hoyer lift. I don't have a modified bathroom. I legit have to get him up, put him in his chair, get him out the chair, put him in the tub, get him out the tub, put him back in the bed. If I want him to participate in the living room, I'm getting him up to take him there. And I realized that my body was not physically able to handle the rigorous pressures that came with caring for him. So that's where Fit Mom came from. Once I figured out how to get it together, I said, there's other moms that need the same get right. So let me give them that get right because I understand it. Not everybody understands this life, and I do.
Okay.
So how old is Lyric?
Lyric is 5. Lyric is 5.
Okay.
Looks just like her, T. Those are two peas in the pod right there. They all,
Wow.
and Moo looks like his dad. But I'm gonna hit on some things. I'm gonna follow up with what Libra said. So y'all know I think we're connected because we're special needs. And like I said, I followed her for so many years. And the same thing happened with me. I started Naturally Yours is me. Everybody know I'm a braider. That's my area of gifting. Yours, of course, is fitness. So for me, my therapy is doing hair. For you, yours is working out. So then after that, I had my son Cordell, and we started his business, which was bath and body butter scrubs and body butters and stuff like that. He did really well with it. He would sell them to the people at the shop all the time, but he was cute back then. And so then he got tired. He wanted to make all of the money, all of the profit. I was trying to teach him business. You know, it cost $7. We put 2 back to put back in the business. He's like, I want it all. But he was young. So, you know, we'll revisit his line again later. But then Rain came along, and like you with the shoes, I said the same thing because I had an accountant at the time. I had I'm a knitter, y'all. So I had knit a bow, and people kept talking about how cute her bow was. And I called my sister. I was like, T, what should I name it? She was like, rainbows. Like, they Rain's bows. So I was like, okay, rainbows it is. But then I talked to someone, you know, small. You can't talk to small people, Libra. And she was like, how is a bow going to help children with special needs? That it still crushes me today when I think about how she said that to me. And so I just started making the bows and giving them away. And I wanted them to be unique and different because our kids are unique and different. Our goal is to get them in the hands of like the Special Olympics. That's my goal. But that's what she said to me, and it really crushed me. But then after a while, people was like, we would do different events. The Special Needs Expo, every year we are there. We do a lot of different things in the community. And so they was like, I love that bow. And so now my adults, they wear them as a brooch. My niece wears it as an anklet. Some people wear it as a wristlet. And so I was like, okay, we're going to do something. And even when you came, Libra, and you was like, this is where it is. So now I have to go back to my original because I got out there with making this and that and the other, which we still donate to different causes. I don't want to get off track, but we always do stuff for different hospitals, children's hospitals, Mississippi, Alabama, wherever we can, just to let those special needs mommies know that there is support out here, that we do care. And, you know, it might be a small token, but it's handmade. And it's just to say, you know, hey, Cynthia, it's just to say that we are here to support you. So Libra, let's get into your story on the fitness mom situation, because fitness is a big deal for you. Could you tell us where you started and why you're here now?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm here because I broke chairs and my body was breaking down and I was depressed. So that's why I'm here. But as far as the weight, I was 265 when I realized I had to do something. So let me be clear though, because a lot of people get caught up in the number. I wasn't caught up in the number. I was caught up in what it was doing to me. I was sick of being depressed, crying, not being able to move, not hardly fitting into chairs, and you getting on a plane and you got to ask for the extender because you barely making it in the seatbelt. Trying to lift Anthony, you know, lift him, leg go out, now I'm down, now I gotta rely on other people. And it was just like, this is insanity. This is insanity. Like, I do this every day. This is insanity. And I there's no reason I should be doing this because I got options here. But I was 265 when I actually started doing something to get from that. I was 265. And to get here, I'm 110 pounds down. It took me 9 months to lose the weight. It took me 2 years to tone, and it took me 1 year to become ripped. I actually got ripped when COVID happened. When COVID happened, that's when the rip came because I didn't have nothing else to do. And I had already, here's the cuteness in God, right? I had just had this conversation with my homegirl. I said, oh girl, my body here, but I want some muscles, honey. I just had that conversation. And then I'm coming back from Miami. The chaos is going on. I'm like, what is going on in the world? And it's COVID. And I said, I don't have no time. But now I got dumbbells and kettlebells. I had, let me be clear, the 20-pound kettlebells you see me working with were the only kettlebells I owned. Wow. And the 10-pound dumbbells that we work with were the only ones I owned. I actually ended up going to buy more dumbbells. I use resistant bands and dumbbells to get here. So yes, from COVID March to what? It was like, what, September? It took me that long to get ripped.
Wow. And it was because you couldn't lift your son and you had to care for him.
That was a main factor, but because I wasn't able to show up for life. I was showing up for drama. I was showing up for things that were of no substance. I was showing up for just mess. And so because I was showing up for mess, I was a whole mess, right? Okay. So once I understood that where I was super uncomfortable in a horrible way, it was not helping me win in no level. And I started to see Anthony's quality of life going down the hill because I can't do, you know what I'm saying? Like I can do the bare, I can get you to the doctor, I can get you your diaper changed, but to really be able to get you out the house and into the world and handle what physically comes with that, I couldn't do it. So I had to do something else. So it was a mixture of 50% my son and 50% me.
You guys are watching The Twinness with Tisha McDonald and Tamika Gillard. We are here with Libra Hicks. She is my coach. She's a fitness coach. But I mean, you know, I have to just say this real quick. So I've been working out with Libra for a while, and I'm an up and downer. So, and Libra knows that. I missed 2 weeks so far. I'm back on it now. Those 2 weeks, I gained 5 pounds, but I'm coming down, Libra. I'm down like 3 pounds already. And so I'm an up and downer sometimes. And I think that, and Libra understands this, and this is why I love her so much. And I'm going to say it like this, special needs parents, we go through a lot already. Libra don't play though. She is mental. She's like, no, I'm not having it. Libra is a different mindset, you guys. She's very strong. And so, but I'm like, if I don't feel like it, I'm not doing it. That's it. I'm tired. I need a break. That's it. And so I just took those 2 weeks off. But then I was busy with stuff. I'm moving in the shop and all of that. So that's neither here nor there. But she doesn't come down on you if you miss a class because she understands that life happens. But what I really liked about her is she said, hey, I know you don't have a lot of time. I know you're at the shop. I know you do your nursing. I know you have Rain. I know you got your son to take care of. Put those weights around your ankles. When you get in rain up, do some squats, squat, squat, squat. When you have a chance, if you go to the bathroom at work, jumping jacks. She said you could get those little nuggets in here and there and get a complete full workout in throughout your day if you do these little simple things that I'm telling you to do. So I implement those things. You want to say something?
I like that you said that because remember I had said to you when I travel now, I take my jump rope with me because that's something I could do anywhere. Now people like at the hotel when I'm there on the weekends, they don't want to hear me jumping over their head, but you know, it's all right.
You gotta do what you gotta do. And that's all Libra's saying. She's like, get that fitness in. And then she says, I'm not gonna pull all your junk food away. I ain't gonna pull it all away yet. She says, I'm gonna taper you down. She says, because I came from being a big girl. I came from eating a whole dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts. So now she's down to a quarter of one donut and she throws everything else away. She said, I know where it comes from. I know the stress eating. And I do that sometimes because I'm constantly munching. So I'm always with gum and I'm always munching. And so when I see myself doing it, I'm like, okay, you munching too much. What's really going on? And that's some of the things that Libra deals with the special needs moms, like what's really going on with you. And so she will check in. She'll say, hey, doll. Hey, sugar. That's her. Hey, sugar. What's going on with you? Where you at? Are you okay, boo? And I'm like, I'm okay. You know, sorry I missed class. I gained 5 pounds.
As women, we don't even lean on each other. We don't stop and say, girl, I see you, or girl, what's going on? I noticed the shift in you. So can I offer you my ear? Can I offer you an insight? Can I just offer you a soft landing place for the moment? Because that might be all you need. But as women, we don't do that. So it's more than just showing up to lose weight. I mean, that's a whole bonus. Let me be clear. This fit journey, I didn't have the intent on being small. The size came in later. Right? I just wanted to be able to move. That was my thing. It was, girl, you got to move because this ain't working. So that was I just needed to move. And as the weight started coming, I'm like, oh, she's fat. Oh, she's fine because I've never seen myself that small in years. And to be honest, I've never been this small. My smallest was 165, 170. So to even be 140, I was like, oh, and so in the scale coming down, I hit 160. I'm like, oh, she fine. Then 150 hit. I said, oh, the curves is let me go down to 140 and see what this do. And then I was okay, this is what we doing. But it was really, when I started, I didn't have a group of women that cheerleaded me on, girl, you doing that, girl, do this. I literally dug this out the mud, okay? No one held my hand. No one cared. Even when I had trainers, they all tried to give me plans that were not sufficient to my lifestyle. It's like, I get all of that and I hear all of that, but that ain't working for me because I was up till 3. You're asking for my presence at 7. I'm going to bed.
Yes. Okay. Two things I want to say to that. First, Libra, you got some feedback. So I don't know if you're mic or whatever. Second, I want to say, hey, Betty. Betty's on here. So I want to say, hey, Betty. Betty is a fitness mom as well, and she is doing awesome. We started out together. And I don't know, Betty just took off with it. She is just doing it. Last night, this girl had on her sexy gear. I was like, look at her, she slimmed down. Now we got to see it all, you know? I was like, okay, no problem. And then this morning she was on again. So we worked out last night and we worked out again this morning. So yes, that was my point. That some trainers, they don't understand when you a special needs mom, like, we're up all through the night. We're tired. We don't have the energy. And it's like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, that's not realistic for me. That's not realistic. And so that's why I appreciate Libra, because when I say I'm tired, that's it. I'm tired, you know? And she kind of understands that. Well, not kind of. She understands it because she's a special needs mom herself. But Libra, I have a question for you because I've posted your pictures before, or I've sent them to others, your befores and afters, and they're like, you sure she ain't have no surgery done? And I'm like, no, this is all natural weight loss.
Yes.
So hit that.
Now, I had 2 failed weight loss surgeries. Let me be clear there.
Woo! I can't hear you.
Oh, Lord, is that better? What is going on? No. Oh, I hate this. Is it get any better?
Better.
Okay, hold on.
There you go.
Better? Okay, boom. All right, so I had 2 failed weight loss surgeries. 2. I had the band first, okay, when the, what was it called? Lap band. When the lap band was popular, I got on the table, child. I was like, yes, we're going to get this lap band. She going to lose this weight. It was a whole negative, okay? I lost 20 pounds on that thing. The band got hung up on my esophagus, child. I couldn't swallow nothing. I woke up one day, literally could not swallow water nor my spit. Okay, so it was a whole problem. So I had to get that thing handled. Then right after that, I got the sleeve. I had the gastric sleeve. On the sleeve, I lost 30 pounds, 30, 35 pounds, something like that. Gained that right back because I stretched out my stomach. So yeah, the weight loss is all me. The weight loss is all me.
Let me tell you, I have quite a few clients that have had some form of that kind of surgery. I had one, she was really a big girl, got the gastric bypass. She got the real deal done.
Okay.
Husband didn't like her losing all the weight. She gained all of it back on purpose. I was like, what? I wish I would get a surgery, lose the weight and gain it because my husband wasn't happy. But that's what she did.
But
and I'm just like, what? And then I have more that have had the other one you said. The sleeve. Okay. And they've kept it off pretty good. But
you know what's funny though with it, a lot of women that I met that was going through the weight loss procedures that I've kept up with, they lost their spouses, their significant others too. And let me tell you about that. And that's not the reason my situation fell apart, but that's realistic because unfortunately, when you're in a depleted state, you attract depleted energy. Now, when you wake up and you start to work on you and you start to realize things that you dislike about you and you actually morph what you visualize about you, that can make others who are not willing to do something different uncomfortable. So I've heard a plethora of stories where the significant women too leave their spouses because of weight loss. They just, I don't know.
Well,
Right.
sometimes they leave because they don't like the sagging skin. Like I did a client, I'm not going to say when, but very recently, and she had the surgery, but her partner doesn't mind. And she's going to go in and get the extra skin
This
off
skin
her
off.
arms, you know. And the first one that I was saying that had the gastric bypass, she was set to get a breast reduction and the tummy tuck liposuction because who knew? Well, I don't want to tell all her business, but who knew that Medicaid and Medicare be paying for all of this? I'm like, what? You know? But Libra, let me say, I lost 53 pounds 2 years ago. No, don't clap because now I've gained it back.
I was going to tell on you, T.
But I felt like when I was losing it, I felt good. But when I looked at my pictures, I looked so withdrawn. I did not look. Matter of fact, I went to visit my brother in Indiana, and he was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Are you sure? Are you ill?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You lost so much weight. It doesn't look like." He pretty much was saying it doesn't look good on you. So I'm ready to kill my husband because I looked at the pictures and I'm like, "You didn't tell me my face was so, you
Sunken in.
know." And I feel better, heavier.
I got you.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. And there
Okay.
are some trainers that are, let me be clear, because there's one that I follow. She's a good, I want to say about 210, but she's bad and she's thick and she lifts and I be like, oh girl, that stuff you lifting, I can't even. Girl, I'm gonna just watch you because you just doing that. But there are some heavier girls 2+ that are fit.
And that's what I told Libra. I said, I had a weight loss goal and I still will attain to that. But I said, as long as I'm strong, I'm good. I said, I could be a thick Serena Williams and be happy, you know. So, you know, but long as I'm strong, because sometimes I know when I get a little low, a little slim, I feel like the wind is just going to take me away. Like, you know, I feel like I'm too light on my feet, you know, just like I don't have no girth. I said, so I'll be like a thick Serena Williams or something like that, you know. But I've always said that strength is my main thing because of Rain. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let us know. This is Tisha McDonald and Tanika Gillard. Y'all are watching the Twins, and we thank you guys for joining us.
I've been posting.
And Tisha, I'm on my personal page and I'm seeing comments, you know. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching the replay, because I know y'all are going to watch the replay. So thank you guys for joining us. We got Libra Hicks here. She's a special needs mommy, and that's what connected us. But she also does a lot. We have a question for Libra. Weight is muscle and bone.
Weight is muscle, bone, and fat. You still have to have a little fat on you. If you ain't got no, there's a problem there, because fat is still a source of energy.
That's right.
So like for me, because I am smaller, a lot of my energy is pulled from fats and carbohydrates. The meat that I eat or the protein that I intake is for muscle support.
So are you on a specific diet? I mean, you went from eating everything at 265. Do you have like any specific things that you eat or stay away from?
Nothing that I stay out, because I eat a lot now. I eat a lot because I'm super active. So I eat a lot. I eat a lot of carbs. I eat a lot of meat. I eat a lot of protein. I eat a lot of vegetables. And I only eat for energy now. I don't eat for taste, and I don't eat to just because. I actually eat with intent now. Before it was no intent, but for
Let
now.
me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you say your carbs, because that's where we get caught up, what kind of carbs?
So I eat bread. I do. But here's why I can't. Because my output is constant. So carbs, what we've done with carbs, right? We've misused them. Carbs is an energy source. When you need energy, you eat carbs. So for instance, when you eat your breakfast, for me, when I'm done working out in the morning with y'all, I got the toast on the plate. I got my sausage on the plate, girl. I got my fruit, because that's acceptable, because my body is still in mode to burn. So now when I eat it, it's not sticking. Whereas with someone who is not as active as me, no, you should not, because you are not, your output isn't there. So now you're eating the pasta, and what happens? You feel sluggish. You feel heavy. That's because you have filled up your gas tank, and now it ain't doing nothing. It's just sitting there. And so you keep dumping on that, and you keep dumping on that. And so now it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to. You're overkilling it. Or it's like with women who love to eat meat all the time and they're kind of stocky and cock diesel, that's because you eat a lot of meat. That is a bodybuilder diet, right? Bodybuilders that are trying to build muscle eat more protein, eat more fats, right? So if you're doing all of these things and your output does not equal, that's where you're going to gain. But when your output equals what your intake is, then yes, go vibe out on a small plate of spaghetti, not a real big plate. Don't get the spaghetti and the bread. Pick one. It's either going to be the spaghetti or we're going to do the bread. Which one we do?
You have quite a few questions, so I'm going to run through them right now.
Go for it.
This one came right after you said how much, she's asking about, this question was about the fat.
Got it.
How much fat is related to the muscle and the bone?
It just depends on the person. Now, for me, it really do. Like, and let me be clear. When you have, and I'm just saying this because it's just real spit. If you have a trainer that gives you generalized information, that is not the trainer for you, because everything has to be tailored to the person and based on the person. So here's the thing with Tanika, what I do know is a lot of her weight is stress related. So for me to even, she knows what to eat, all of that. So now once you've done that, we know the source if the scale isn't moving. I can tell you what that is. If you've changed the food, you're still having certain particular cravings, women stress. Stress produces energy, right? Energy requires a fast energy sources is things like candy, your salty chips. Those are quick energy sources, right? That's why you have those cravings hard. Now, as far as the fat to muscle ratio, mine is 25% fat. Okay. That's because I work out a lot and I need support because my energy is always going. So I got to keep fat and I got to keep carbs in my system in order for it to burn. Because if you don't, what will happen is your body will eat on itself. You will start to lose muscle. Okay.
Right, muscle mass. That's right.
Yes, your body will eat on itself. So yeah, that's for me. Now it depends. Bodybuilders will have more of a fat mass. Okay, bodybuilders, it just depends on what it is. You have, and let me go a step further. In the summertime, you'll see a lot of trainers such as myself. We shred a lot more. We bulk in the winter, right? And we shred in the summer. In the winter, my fat percentage is up more because I'm bulking. Right? So it just depends on where you're at and what you're trying to achieve, which will determine how much fat you should have on your body.
Can you explain the difference between bulking and shredding?
Yes. So bulking is putting on weight. So for me, for trainers, what we'll do is when the wet fall time comes, we'll start to bulk. We'll eat a little more, bring down the cardio a little bit more, put on a little bit more fat, right? Not obese, but we're just putting a little bit more fat on our body. When springtime hits, we're cutting. That means I'm cutting back on the fats so you can see the muscle tone. So bulking is a form of building more muscle. So it will put on more weight so we can withstand the weightliftings because we're lifting heavier, right? So in the fall, I'm lifting heavier. I need a little bit more fat to support that. When you shred in the summer, it's to reveal all that muscle you built during the winter.
Okay, this was the next question, and then we have a comment after that.
Go for it.
This next question was, how much meat do you eat?
So protein can come in many different forms. I switch my protein sources up. Sometimes it's meat, sometimes it's beans. Now, protein should be the size of your palm, right? Protein should be the size of your palm. Right here, right?
I love a bean, and a bean is considered a protein and a carb.
That's fine. Just go work out.
Okay.
Go work out.
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. So palm of your hand.
Yeah, palm of your hand. Palm of your hand. It's the most meat you should eat, and you should be eating meat when you are doing physical labor.
Before you go to your comment, Tisha, I have just a general question for Libra.
Go for it.
As a fitness trainer, what do you suggest, cardio or weights or both? This is for the population.
Both. And here's why. If you are losing weight, you need cardio. If you are small and you want to put on weight, you don't do cardio. Okay. You use your weight. If you are at a size that you like and you want to tone and do certain, like some women want smaller waists and keep the booty and the hips big. There's things that you do that activate certain muscles to keep the frame that you're looking for. But for weight loss purposes, it's both.
And just as another general, how often would you suggest a person work out?
Starting out, you should at least
A basic person, Libra, not your type of workout.
Yeah, starting out, I say starting out 3 times a week. As you gain strength and stamina, you add on another day. So I started out with 3 days. It went to 4, 5. Now I'm at 7. So it's a slow, but to start out, I do recommend 3 days a week, at least 45 minutes, at least.
And that would
here's
be
your comment,
weights.
And then I'll come back.
Sorry, okay, that's weights and cardio.
Weights and cardio. Yes,
there you go. Go ahead with your comment, T.
Okay, guys, you guys are watching The Twinness. This is Tisha McDonald. This is Tanika Gillard, and this is Libra Hicks, physical fitness. We are talking about tonight, and this came about, Miss Libra, because she has 2 special needs children that she has to care for, 2 sons. And so, to lift them, to put them in a wheelchair, to give them a bath, she was not at her optimum. She said she was 265 pounds, and now she's like a size 0, and she did it naturally. And if you guys you probably will see tonight, if you go onto her page, Facebook, you will see her working out constantly. And I had a question. How many times a day do you work out? Because you're always on.
2 to 3.
2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And for 45 minutes, an hour, for how long?
2 45 minutes, and the other one is about 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay, here's your comment. It's a compliment. One of the things I love about Libra is the fact that she is the first one who has taught me that you have to work on the mind in addition to the outside.
And that's Betty. She's part of the Fitness Moms group that we started out together, and she is doing awesome. I'm a little jealous of Betty because we started out together and Betty is outdoing me. I'm back at scratch 1. It seems like since I've missed 2 weeks, I'm trying to catch up. We was working out this morning and Libra was like, grab those 20-pound weights, girl. I'm like, but I did it. And for me, I ain't got no rhythm, Libra. I keep trying to tell you, I can't keep up with those moves and motions. Now, Tisha has the rhythm. I am the girl at the bar in the club. Tisha's the one on the floor at the club. So let's be real here. So I'm like, okay, she's like 1, 2. Okay, what was that third move? Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to modify so I can keep up with what she's doing. Cause I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like, what did she just do? Did she just do a jump, a backflip, and a side step? I'm like, what the heck is she doing here? I'm old. But anyway.
Hey, we're not old yet. We're not old.
Not yet. I mean,
if you want Libra's information, it's up campsite.bio.LibraHicks. But you can always follow her on Facebook and Instagram. She is on several times a day. She wears me out just with the little 30-second clips,
Just watching her, right? And I'm like, how do you have all this energy to work out like this 3, 4 times a day, 12 times, and then still take care of your kids, still do your businesses that you have? It's like, ugh. See, Betty says she'll make you question yourself. I'm like, did I sign up with the right trainer? At first, I thought it was cool because she eased me in there. She got me, and then she hit me with she's like, come on now. Y'all been around too long, Betty.
I don't even own a 20-pound weight, Nikki. I don't even own a 20-pound weight.
Let me tell you how I came about that 20-pound. I'm sorry, Libra. I was at Walmart and they didn't have a 15. They only had a 12 and a 20. And I already had the 12 pounds. So I said, I might as well get the 20 pounds. So we're working it up there.
So Libra, when you are full of energy, well, I guess you're going to say, because you work out so much, how do
That's what she's going to say.
Struggle so many businesses? Again, guys, if you're just joining us, Libra, besides being a fitness trainer, she has her own clothing line. She does the children's story. She's just she has fashion. She's just very into what she's doing. She don't have time to sit and watch TV. She's very busy.
She doesn't own a TV.
I can't tell you who's doing what, because when the thing was, I said, well, what we doing out here? What's going on with Portia, child? Listen, if it's not the 3 businesses and my boys, I've always had high energy. My personality has always been big and bubbly. I just didn't have the physical stamina to match it. So it was this would be me, But if you, girl, don't ask me to get to do no physical labor because I don't know how much of this bubbliness you're gonna keep of me now.
Right,
Let me stay put. So now it's just the physical matches. So physically I can keep up. Physically I can keep up now. But it is due to fitness and my vitamins.
And her vitamins. Yes.
A mess.
Anybody have any questions, put it in the chat because we'll be wrapping up soon. And I just want to say thank you to Libra. We'll have her on another time, just talking about special needs moms in the communities that we need to, how we need to service our communities because we don't have a lot of support. And I think that there's a stigma that people believe that we have all this support and all this help and we don't. And I think that we will have Libra back on talking on that subject. But today we're talking about the fitness journey because we could go there because I'm, you know, Libra, I had hit you up a couple of years ago about Moms Like Me, the book I'm supposed to be writing, Moms Like Me. And I thought about that book this morning. I was like, because we still struggle. We still struggle. And I did some interviews with several people on the Moms Like Me. Go ahead, put that back up there, T. I didn't see it.
Yeah, because I was over there.
So we know she doesn't watch TV. She said, "What's going on with the bush?"
That was
16 years ago.
That's
Wow.
awful.
I'm
That's
out to
awful.
lunch, y'all. I'm out to lunch. I can't tell you nothing. I'll be in the
You know,
room.
and
the
people
whole
say
celebrity
on a
don't know.
personal note, Tanika, you know, like, I don't know what's going on Netflix, Hulu, this, that, because I don't really watch much TV. When I'm watching TV, it's like downtime, or like today I was doing my hair. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch my Judge Judy. Everybody knows I love Judge Judy. And that's so old school, you know, but I couldn't tell you what's on Netflix and Hulu and what's the latest movie. And because I really don't watch much TV. If it's not related to me opening up the next salon or learning something new, I'm really not interested. You know, so you need to, and I'm like, yeah, I will, yeah, you know, but you know, I really don't have the time for that.
Exactly. I don't watch much TV. Y'all know I'm a Golden Girls girl. I'm old. And so when I'm going to bed at night, and I'm usually in bed way before the Golden Girls even come on. And so it's just background noise for me. It's like, okay, I've done everything I did today. I worked out at 5 o'clock. You know, took care of Rain. I did whatever I had to do that day, and it's time to go to bed. It's no time for no TV. I don't watch the news because it's too negative and depressing. I'll catch up with it every now and again in my feed. That's pretty much what I'm gonna get it. But yeah.
I'm gonna rephrase Steve Harvey, Miss Rehani, because at the leadership conference last week, he said something like, "You control every minute of your day." And I've always controlled every minute of my day. I have a list every day of what I'm gonna do from this time to this time. Like, I had to vacuum today, so that's from, I don't know, 7 to 7:30. You know, then 7:30 to 8:30 was doing my hair. 8:30 to 9. You know, every day I have a list because I control every minute of my day. The minutes I couldn't control, but I still controlled it. How long am I going to be on hold with the Department of State? How long am I going to be on hold with the, you know, that I can't control, but I could still be active while I'm waiting. So I was still on the computer doing other things while I'm waiting on hold. So
I see this head is constantly going.
Of my day. And I think I learned that from grandma, actually, because she said, why don't you make a list? And I've been making a list since I was a teenager.
Go ahead, Libra. What you got to say?
Well, to piggyback on that, I only move when God tell me to move. Like, I don't force. Before I used to force stuff. Like, I got it and if God said, girl, it's not working, like you hit like 40 million roadblocks, you don't get the hint. Oh, okay, let me pump my brakes. Let me go and put that down and leave that alone. Because you said, don't do that. You said, do this. So I do a lot of that. I'm big on meditation. I meditate every day, a couple of times out of the day, just to keep my mental sanity intact. And I just
working out is keeps you mental as well. Yeah,
it does. It helps me jump. If it gets real deep in the day, I have to drive. That's why I work out so much, because I have to find other things besides eating. You know, I had to. That was a big, like, anything would go left and I'm eating. It could be happy, sad, angry. It just, okay, well, where's the food? So I had to say, you know what? My habit, which will always be, if it's not in check, is food. So now we just going to remove that out, and I'm going to just go lift weights. Every time it just get real thick, let me just shut this down and not even entertain it and go lift that weight until I am in a better zone, and then I'll re-enter. But yeah, I had to, girl. I'm with you
And
on that.
I think for me, I had to start working out, not only for my health. Y'all know my blood pressure. I have high blood pressure, and that was one of the things that me and Libra are addressing with my weight. And I'm sedentary. Whether I'm nursing, I'm either in my car a lot or at the desk. If I'm at the shop, I'm standing or sitting. Or y'all know I'm a knitter. I'm sitting to knit. Even though I love knitting, none of my activities are active. And so I have to make myself work out. I have to say, okay, I'm joining the class tonight because I haven't worked out, or it's just time, or my body needs to burn off some of this that I'm building up. So
Okay, Libra, I have another question. So, hey, Patricia, I have another question. So I'm older. I don't know how old you are, but
Tisha,
for
she
the
just
older
joined the
ones,
40s club.
I just got to 40. I just got here.
okay. Well, I'm near 50, girl. I'm near 50. So
I'm trying to tell her.
Janelle is what, 55? Don't do it.
One of the girls in the workout.
Okay.
And you know,
So,
Big Sis is in her 60s.
Yes, she is. But she gets to do the modified. I don't get to do the modified. I got to be right there with Libra. Go ahead, T. I'm sorry.
what I was gonna ask, at what point do you kind of slow down? Because I'm gonna tell you, remember when Betty says she's 47. When Insanity came out, Shaun T, I was doing it, girl. I was doing it. Like Tanika said, I'm all into the choreography and all of this. Girl, I ended up in the hospital with respiratory spasms. I was having bronchial spasms. They said I can't go that hard, but I love a hard workout. I do not. Some things I have to modify. But generally, I don't want to modify nothing. So they were like, you can't be jumping jack, and like I couldn't do it. So at what? Well, I guess you would ask your doctor. I just answered my own question. That surely sent me to the hospital.
A lot of what people don't understand is Insanity is a form of HIIT training, right? And you have to have HIIT training is really designed for athletes. However, it was seen that HIIT can work for your everyday individual, right? The problem is that people don't know how to properly HIIT. You HIIT to a point where you're uncomfortable, but not to exhaustion, right? That's the problem. People HIIT and become exhausted, and through that exhaustion, they're still pushing. That's not how HIIT is supposed to work. So if you're having spasms, there's a chance that you were pushing through, and when it should have been a break. Because at HIIT training, you have to push to uncomfort in order to activate some things, right? You got to activate some things, your muscles, get that blood circulating, keep the pressure off your joints. You're activating. But now if you push past exhaustion, now you're doing a disservice to your body. So when your HIIT breaks, like we do, Tanika, in our training, I'll get you, when I see the discomfort hitting, the countdown starts, and then I put you into a break. You rejuvenate with oxygen, and then you get right back in and HIIT. But if you just hitting, then yeah, you're going to stress your lungs. You're going to stress other muscles. I don't HIIT 7 days a week. I HIIT 2 days a week. The rest is strength. My cardio is 3 days a week. The other 4, I got weights, and I'm not even jumping around. So you have to space out the HIIT training. HIIT training also is not good for muscle build because it's cardio driven. So HIIT is good for weight loss, but it's not good for muscle. There's things that you can do.
I was in my weight loss phase.
Oh, there you go. So then and now when you like the goal that I'm here, where I am now, I'm not hitting 7 days a week. That's dangerous to the body. I hit 2 to 3 at max. The rest is lifting. There are days where I'm just body weight. Other days I got weights. Other days I got a combination of both. So you really have to be careful when you're HIIT. People just out here HIIT training. I'm like, girl, go on to the doctor. I'll come visit you when you get there.
This is the last point I was going to make, that Tisha is good with losing weight quick. She knows, like, when she's ready, like this, it's the summertime. Tisha going to say, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. She's going to be on it, on top of it. She's going to be on top of her diet. She's going to do her walking. Me, it's like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds.
At some point.
Yeah, see, but I'm honest. I know me. I know.
That
Okay.
part.
Yeah, I know me. So, but
Nika, you can do it. I'm quite jealous.
you're jealous. Look at these cheeks. But yes, everybody does come in and say, and y'all can't see my physique because you can't see, no. But everybody keeps coming into the shop and getting their hair done. They're like, you losing so much weight. What are you doing? You looking good. You're looking more vibrant, all of that stuff. They're saying now that I've been working out, I feel good. My clothes feel good. I might not be at the goal weight, but I feel good. So, and I feel strong. And I think that that's really, really important. And so this is Twinness with Tisha McDonald, Tanika Gillard, and our special guest, Libra Hicks. She is a fitness coach. That's what we're talking about tonight, but she's a bunch of other things as well. And we're going to hit her on that on another day. So we'll have to schedule her for another day for something else. Wait, before I go though, the Purple and Green Gala.
Yes.
When is that this year?
September. Hold on, child. Hold on. Let me get the calendar, child, because my memory, honey.
Okay.
It's September though. Hold on.
A long time now, because I have to get prepared.
That part. So it's September. Hold on. What week is that?
So you guys, so the Purple and Green Gala is for her cerebral palsy, epilepsy awareness. Rain has both of those, and so does her boy. So her oldest son. And so I love that award ceremony. It was really fun last year. It was virtual. Usually she has it in person, and I would donate just a little bit to the cause when it was live because she has a nice setup and everything. I think that's how I first met her online. So yes, the Purple and Green Gala. When is it?
Yes, September 18th. It is virtual again.
Okay.
And it's September 18th, and I will be dropping that on my website in a couple of weeks to where people can start to support. But we have a cute little lineup this year. I'm actually hyped. I got a real cute surprise for this year.
September 17th or 18th?
18th. And I got a real cute surprise this year. Y'all just gotta just drop in.
Let me tell y'all, this was bad, y'all. So y'all know I'm a knitter. And Libra is so small, so small. I didn't put an elastic in her dress that I made her, and I should have put an elastic there. Hindsight, y'all, hindsight. But her waist is smaller than the mannequin. It's awful. I said, Libra, what's your waist circumference? And she texted to me, and I measured the mannequin. I said, your waist is smaller than the mannequin. And so when I sent the dress, so the dress is like drooping in the back because it needs the elastic because her waist is so small.
Wow.
So for her to lose and tone like that, I'm like, disgusting.
But most times when people lose that much weight, again, Libra came down from 265, and you're now what?
140.
140. Usually you have that flab or the fat or the extra skin, and a lot of times people cannot firm that.
Here's the problem. During weight loss, women are scared to lift weights because they have a fear that it's going to come off manly. So when you losing the weight, you don't have nothing there for that muscle, honey. Your muscle is like, what you doing with me, girl? I mean, the fat going, but I'm just hanging around. And so when you lose the weight, you have all of this heavy, heavy skin. Now, let me be clear. There are some instances, women, if you've had traumatic birthing experience that ruined the bottom of your muscles, sometimes you will have flab and you will have to have a mini tummy tuck to get rid of the loose skin. That's just what it is sometimes. However, when you're losing weight, do not be scared of the waist. That's going to help you not have that flab. That's going to help you not have to work so hard to tone. If you're doing it while you're losing weight, you can help that skin retract a little bit. Here's a little tip that you can take away from this. The darker areas where you have stretch marks, your skin will bounce back. The lighter areas, not going to happen. You can pull it in as much as you can. My inner thighs, I have a lot of loose skin in there, contrary to belief. I just love weight enough so that I was able to maintain a little bit of it and it not be ridiculous. But I still have loose skin on my inner. There's some on my arm right in here. And it's just because that's just what it is. I just let the skin stretch. That's just what it is.
This is going to sound bad, but it's a compliment. I love the shape of your legs. I love your leg shape. I
Thank
do.
you.
I
Thank
do.
you.
It was something I was going to say, the loose skin. So supplements, some people, not supplements, diet pills. I'm going specific, diet pills. What are your thoughts on that? And we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Okay.
No,
Why
diet
not?
pills, heart attack, heart. They are not good for the
Loaded with
heart.
caffeine.
Yes, because what they do is they give you the pep and the energy to execute, right? So you're temporarily fixing the problem. But what happens when that situation happens that makes you go backwards and cope, right? If you don't address what drives you to the food, it don't matter what you do, right? But I do not recommend diet pills. I've done that, and let me be clear. One of them things had me up 3 days. 3 days. Sick as a dog. Up 3 days, hurling. It was just bad. And I've tried all kind of stuff, y'all. Let me just be clear. Don't do it. Don't risk your life to get the weight off. Okay. Don't do it. Just buckle down and just do the work. That's it. I promise you it will never fail you. But if you keep doing like the diet pills
quick solutions
diets and I'm gonna do the keto and I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, well, that's why you looking like a dead man walking, because you ain't getting no nutrients. You skinny, but girl, are you alive? Is your pulse there, girl? You here with us? Wow. So you gotta be careful on what you're doing. We're so driven to do it for physical that we don't understand the importance that comes with the mental, right? Because when you get this piece together, the rest comes. It does, but it's this. You can't just say, I want to be fine because the summer coming, because the minute you in your journey and something goes left, you're going to backtrack and quit. So don't set unrealistic goals. Just don't do that. Be as realistic as possible so you can win. Small goals lead to lasting gains. Trust me on that.
Thank you. And I posted 2 more things, and I know we're going to wrap it up, but Betty, she's been here with us the whole night. She says she can't wait to start toning after she gets to her goal weight.
Girl, you already toning. What the world? You in that process right now, girl. Don't do it. You in that process
That's
right
what I was going to say. Once you're working out and you weight, you're already toning.
And you can see her physique coming in. When she puts on her clothes, you can see her curves coming in and everything. See, I'll have to send you some pictures of Betty.
And this is it. No diet pills. Thank you, Patricia. She said no diet pills. Thank you. Have a good night. Guys, we are going to sign off as well. We want to say thank you to Miss Libra Hicks, our guest. Tonight we were talking about losing the weight and losing it naturally. Go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead.
We will see y'all on Sunday. I don't know what we're going to be talking about this Sunday, something hair related, but that's not important. We'll see you on Libra show on May the 23rd. What time, Libra?
I think we're going to do something. Normally I go live at 12, but we might, slow it down, make it a little grown and sexy with a little wine, since we're going to have Lily to do, talk a little makeup with us. You're going to have me. We're going to talk, and we're going to have our other little homeboy on there. We're going to be just talking, y'all. We're just going to be talking.
I like Lily.
Just all things beauty, honey. We're just going to have a good time, talk all things beauty, hair, makeup, fun. Just, kick back and just be grown for a second. That's it.
Okay. All right. So this is Twinness, Tisha McDonald, Tanika Gillard. We will see you guys on Sunday on the Twinness. And we thank you guys for watching the replay and joining us live tonight. Thank you guys.
Have a good night.